Welcome to a virtual adult improv show with the LA Connection players. Today it's the Thursday 6 p.m. team. So if you want to follow this team, you go to our YouTube channel, LAC Comedy, on YouTube. Click on the playlist, click on Thursday at 6 p.m., and you can go back and see some of these guys for going back a couple of years. I think they leave you a year on the playlist, but you can go back to the whole menu and see all sorts of stuff. I'm sitting in for John Darden. This is his team. He usually hosts this show, but he's traveling en route to the holiday festivities with his family, so I wish him well. I'm Ken Sco, the founder and owner of the LA Connection, and let's introduce the cast of two, but it's a strong twosome with Lori.
Hi, I got this White House staff hat and a shirt to go with it at the Baltimore airport.
That is amazing. Did you know that you froze there for a second, so maybe the government's controlling you with that hat?
Probably.
Yeah. And there's Dave, A, from Canada.
From Canada, eh? How's everybody down there? I know it's warm here.
Yeah, having some Moosehead beer. Sure. Well, we're going to have some fun games today. We're going to start with fun facts. And then we've got a crisis hotline. I mean, just look at Lori and Dave. You've got to think they've got to have a crisis going on in their life, especially at the holiday season. And then we have a little game where I'm going to supply them words, but the words won't be normal. Grammar-wise will be fine, but logic-wise, why would I say that word? They have to make sense of it. We have the news. We got a little newscast coming up for you. These two are going to have some really bad auditions. So I'm going to be the casting director. They'll be auditioning for me, and they're terrible. Then we're going to do a little game where I give them an opening line, and they get to just riff off it and see how far that goes. And then we have a little pun game to end on this festive holiday season. So fun facts. Holidays are for families. That's the opening fun fact. Holidays are for families. And now I'm going to go away and just let the two of you riff off fun facts for a second. Here we go. Well, you guys do really well so far. Boy, that was just really some of the most spontaneous improv I've ever seen in my life. This is a crisis hotline. I should just go right to that because we just had a crisis. All right, so listen. Here we go. And Dave does live in a dark area, if you can see. He's James is coming in. Come on in, James. James came from work. He works for Santa. He was up at the North Pole, as you can see, and he was making things for the kids. You're just a fine guy, James. So now we have the Three Stooges. All three of you are here. This is fantastic. We're doing fun facts right now, James. You can't see me because I don't exist. I'm just an AI now. And the first one is holidays are for families. Fun fact, holidays are for families. You guys just start riffing off that.
Fun fact, my Santa Claus we had to set out sausage and beer for him.
Fun fact, we gave cookies and milk to Santa.
Fun fact, cookies and milk need to go to me instead of Santa Claus. I'm getting hungry.
Fun fact, I've never seen Mama kissing Santa Claus.
Fun fact, that's only something Michael Jackson experienced. Thank you very much.
Fun fact, there are 72% of the American people are overweight and 42% are obese or morbidly obese.
Fun fact, they must enjoy their food.
Fun fact, might want to lay off the cookies and milk then.
Fun fact, no one can resist eggnog.
Fun fact, I can.
Okay, that's great. Bring me back in. That was great fun facts. We started to so lovely with Santa, then ended with eating disorders. This is really great. That's the comedy where we all do feel a little bloated after a nice holiday meal. We try and get as much of it as we can in there. Why do we do that? You know, why do we try and get like seconds and thirds only on holidays? Why do you think that is, James?
Fun fact, you barely eat any other time of the year, so when Christmas comes around, you just want to stuff your face as much as possible.
Boy, Santa works you all year round. It's a tough, tough life you got. All right, so we're going to go crisis hotline. So, Dave, you'll be coming in first. I'm going to put Dave on first, Dave. So here's your crisis, Dave. You sweat all the time, okay? So go ahead and minimize yourself. Keep yourself muted, and I'll call you out as my crisis call number 1. Lori, you can stay out here. I didn't tell you to go away. Okay, James, you can be number 2. And you can't get a second date, James, because you work too much, I guess, but you can't get a second date. Okay? And you only eat once a year, so you never take him out to eat. Okay, bye-bye, James. Okay, Lori, you'll be coming out number 3, and you always lose your keys. You can't find your keys. So that's your crisis, okay? So go ahead and go off stage here. All right, so welcome to my crisis hotline. I'm Kent. I have 3 people that I'll be talking to today. I come in, once a week and deal with different people's crisis. I usually come here at this hour. I get to spend a few moments with each one. I'm trained in dealing with the crisis situations. So the first one here is, it's Dave. Dave is from Canada and he sweats all the time. So Dave, tell me, when did this begin for you, this sweating?
I think it's as soon as I hit, got into my 30s and stuff, it just started sweating.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I can do about it.
Did you change your diet or anything after 30s? It would cause, like eating more spicy foods or things like that?
No, I just eat everything, so it's not change a diet. I just eat everything.
Mm-hmm. So now sometimes I know you were in Canada and it snows up there and you still sweat when it's snowing.
Yeah, because it's not cold for us. It's cold for everybody else.
Okay.
So
when you say us,
sweat goes in your eyes.
are you saying you and the sweat is like the sweat is its own personality, or you're talking about a cult of people who have this sweating disorder?
Well, I wouldn't call us a cult. I mean, we're people here like you guys. It's just divided by a border.
Right, okay.
I don't know what you mean by cult.
Yeah, okay. Now, have you ever thought about like going into like a butcher store and going into their frozen hanging meat section, into the actual freezer and see if you can stop sweating, or even cold brings out more sweat?
Well, they tend to frown on that because it's grated meat, so they don't like me doing that too much.
That's true. You bring sweat into the meat. Well, how let's say, how much do you sweat everywhere, or just it seems like you're just wiping your face? Is your whole body sweating now? Are you dripping?
Yeah.
Do you wear any sort of?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Right. Do you wear clothing that can suck up the sweat, or does it just fall to the ground?
Yeah, a little bit of both. I keep changing clothes quite often.
Okay. All right. This is what I think you should
after
do.
I get stained, I quit.
Yeah, this is what I think you should do. I think you should go outside in an area that is flat, and where you can, get all your sweat drained out. It could even be an old swimming pool. Just sweat and get all the sweat out as much as you can. Get a good layer of sweat and then get out of there so that it will freeze. You have to do this in the winter. And then find some moose. They like to lick salt. So then what you do is you create like a moose park where people will come and pay them licking the salt that you created from your body. And you could then tour Canada if you have enough, sweat, where you can make these rinks, and we'll just call them Daves.
I can make money doing that.
Yeah, to take advantage of your sweat and make, it can be, down here in the States, it could be like Wyoming, Montana, it could be a horse lick, skating arena. Up there it can be moose.
Smart.
Maybe some elk. Yeah. We can expand it. We'll find other things that like to lick salt. Okay?
Probably no sheep and
If
deer.
Deer, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm helping you out. Okay, Dave, that's all the time I've got.
You
I've
know,
got
it's
two more
strange people.
people waiting, so just go cool off and get. Don't cool off. Actually, start sweating. Find a flat area and let's get this thing going. Okay.
All right, I'll let you know.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, my producer says there's a gentleman named James and he can't get a second date. Oh no, we have Lori. She's waiting in the wings. We have James actually right now. Lori will be coming on next. You can't find your keys. Obviously, this is worse than I thought. All right, so James, so you can't get a second date?
Yeah, no. I meet these women. I convince them to go out with me, and I feel as though we have a great time. But then I try to call them, I try to find them, and I get ghosted. I can't get a girl to date me a second time. I don't understand.
Mm-hmm. How do you meet him the first time?
Well, you know, around there are parties that
Okay.
I'm not invited to, but I show up anyway.
Well,
I find
that's not a good first impression to just go into a party that you weren't invited to. But let me ask you: you don't meet women online?
I meet women online. I choose not to use my actual name though for security reasons.
Oh, okay. Why do you think they'll stalk you, or what are you afraid of?
Well, I've been known to sort of have a past criminal record, so I feel as though if I put my name out there,
right,
that I might get tracked and I can get into some trouble. So I try to use a fake name just to keep everybody safe. I'm thinking about the women.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so do you talk about your criminal record on the first date?
Well, that's not the greatest topic of conversation, but I do feel as though everything should be freely and out in the open. So yes, I've talked about past crimes with women before.
Okay, maybe that's the thing that's causing you not to get a second date, because I don't think a lot of women, unless they're a criminal themselves, or maybe they want to become a criminal, maybe you need to find different kind of women, maybe women that want a life of crime. Maybe there's a website that, women that love crime.
Well, that's why I mentioned it. I hope to have a Bonnie to my Clyde, but no one wants to be my Bonnie.
Oh, okay. So when you're going out looking for these dates, you're going along with what I just said. You're looking for a crime partner and a woman.
Yeah. I basically feel as though I'm perfect. I've got really nothing to change. So why not find a girl who matches what I do now?
Okay, this is what you need to do. What you need to do is you need to either go to the local jails, find out if there's any women, in there that you think you could be attracted to, and they're already in jail, so we already know that there's a life of crime. Or then you could also look and find when women are being released around your age or younger, or whatever age you want, from, prison. They could be state prisons, federal prisons, but you need to start doing that and get a pen pal, in prison and be ready for more life of crime when they get out.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
But question though, wouldn't it be easier if I were to say commit a crime and up in prison to get more personal with the women? Because there was a bank.
You wouldn't be able to go into a woman's prison unless you want to, change. You know what I'm saying? You have to become a woman or identify as a woman. Yeah.
They're still doing that whole separate.
That's the only way you're going to get into a woman's prison. So I think that's a pretty bad idea. I think you got to go along with the other idea. It's like, some people go around to different communities, scouring what's going on there, checking it out. You need to start going to prisons and jails.
I guess you know what you're talking about.
Thank you.
I'm going to respect your decision. And yeah, I'm going to go meet some bad girls in prison.
Oh, good luck to you. I think we're on the right track. Okay.
I appreciate you.
Hopefully, I'll see you in the paper soon. Okay, so we have Lori. Thank you. She can't find her keys. So Lori, you want to come out now, or no? Lori's gone. She's now left the building. She couldn't find her keys, so she couldn't get back into the show. it's more serious than I thought with her. If she can't actually find the keys. Wow. Okay. Well, let's go back now to supply the word. So let's bring out the two guys, and if Lori happens to show up, then we'll figure that one out. So come on out, Dave. Yeah, Lori just lost her keys right in the middle of the show. This is terrible, And then maybe you scared her, James. Your whole crime thing started scaring her. You just weren't a nerd or something. She what?
She was not the one.
maybe she's coming over to your house now. Maybe she wants to have a life of crime. Maybe that's where she went. But she can't get in. She doesn't have keys. All right, so we're going to do supply the word. So what's going to happen is you guys are at a flea market together, and you're shopping for holiday gifts for your friends and family. So you'll just be setting me up for nouns that I'll be supplying them. They don't know what nouns they're going to be getting from me, hence the improv. So, for example, if it was a store, I could say something like, go over to the produce section, I'm going to pick up and I say anvil. Well, we know an anvil wouldn't be in the produce section, so then they have to make sense of why there's an anvil over there. Okay, so I have to justify that. So this is called supply the word. Two friends at a flea market looking for gifts.
Gee, the place looks packed.
I mean, it's the last weekend before Christmas, so everyone's getting that last minute shopping in.
Wow. What's that girl doing down there?
Itching fleas.
Itching fleas. Gosh, she is scratching quite a bit. Like, holy moly. Maybe it's that the wool
Dinosaur.
clothing she's wearing. Maybe that.
Dinosaur.
Oh, you see that dinosaur? Oh my goodness! It's as if we've been transported back in time. You think she's some sort of scientist, bringing the prehistoric times back to life?
Maybe that's why she's itchy, because she's picked up something from the past. You know how they like to get up.
Oh, you're right. Man, she's bringing back past diseases back here to our time. I don't like the sound of this.
Her hair just fell off.
By a mosquito.
And now her hair just fell off. Oh man. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
This disease is getting worse. Is it spreading? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. She kind of looks cute now.
Like a donkey.
That's a personal opinion. Wow. They're packing her like...
She looks like a hairless donkey. You ever seen those before?
No, but I see one now.
My ex-wife.
Packing her up now. Oh. Yeah, she kind of reminds me of my ex-wife. That's why she's my ex now, because she reminds me of being a hairless donkey.
I'm glad you mentioned your ex-wife. I wasn't going to say anything, but since you mentioned it.
Well, fair is fair, I guess, eh? Well, live and learn.
Well, all right, let's supply the word, okay? All right, so now we're going to move on to newscasters. So I'll be Lori's back. Okay, hello, Lori. Yeah, you want to come back in? So, Lori, you lost your keys, huh? So you couldn't figure a way to get back into the show?
No, it just stopped. It said bad connection, trying to reconnect. It just stopped the whole time.
So do you think that's because you were wearing that government hat? You know, the hat you got in Baltimore?
You never know the 36 or more levels of secrecy of government security that we don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, now, Lori, you changed hats, didn't you?
Yes. This is so odd. What it is, a mouse with a unicorn horn? Santa?
Did you change hats before you were able to get back online?
No, it was changed, and then I came out for a second, and I changed it. It's an odd hat.
Yeah, I think the hat's what blocked your connection. Yeah.
Probably because, or I'm not on the right meds. I keep losing stuff. I'm a clutterer. And, you know, I always like to say this. while tossing lettuce. I'm saying, why say lettuce when you can say lettuce?
Yeah, I never thought of it that way. This we just did your crisis hotline. I think we just had a wonderful scene. I'm Latusi. Okay. All right. Well, we're moving on to the news. Laura, you'll be weather, so go ahead and put weather. You'll be singing about this torrential rainfall, what's going on in California. It's raining like crazy out here, setting new records. So you can sing in any style of music you want, opera or show tunes or whatever you like. James, you'll be co-hosting with me. James, you do this with your nose and go at the camera. So boom, and your story is about all the birds are gone. There's no more birds in the sky. Okay, at least in our local area. Okay, I don't know if it's happening all over the world, but there's no birds in our area anymore. Okay, and Dave, you'll be doing sports. So go ahead and put weather up next to your name, Lori. Go ahead and put host, James. Dave's got sports, and you're going to be talking about hockey. I know there's a lot of hockey up there where you are, and you're going to be hand dancing any way you want to hand dance. Okay, and I'll be the other host. Okay, you want to put host up next to my name?
Okay. I'm not able to on my phone.
You're on your phone, okay. All right, okay, so just let's repeat what we have again. So James, what is your physical? And what do you do physically? That's what I'm saying. Okay, so we're doing that as you talk about your news. And what's your news story?
My news story, there's simply no more birds around. No,
excellent.
Not a single.
Lori, you'll be the weather, and what are you singing about?
The tornado we just had yesterday in Oxnard, 1 hour away.
Okay, fantastic. And Dave, your sports, what will you be talking about, and what's your physical?
We'll be talking about hockey night in Canada.
And hand dancing. Okay, beautiful. Well, I'll be co-hosting with you, James, and I'll be winking and pointing. Okay, and my story is Hawaii's sinking. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start our newscast. Hi, I'm Kent. Welcome to the 6 o'clock news at 7. I'm here with all my other compatriots today. We have some very bad news. Hawaii is sinking. It's just got the top of one of the volcanoes is the only thing left. So don't plan a trip to Hawaii for the holiday season. I'm now going to send it over to James.
Oh, why, thank you, Kent. Lovely host as always. Now, and some more unfortunate news. Very sad to hear around the holiday season, but it appears to be there are simply no more birds in the sky. Now, there's a lot that could be summed up about this. Of course, you know, the colder weather, they like to fly away to warmer temperatures. That's to my ladies out there. But, you know, I've been hearing, unfortunately, there could have been some birds flying over these volcanoes that we've been hearing about. Could have roasted themselves to death. Oh my goodness, it's so sad to see. You know, birds are so beautiful in the sky. It's a beautiful thing to see. But it appears that no more birds will be around for the rest of 2023. Maybe we can get back in 2024. What do you think, man?
I was just hearing some children's music in the background. Lori, did you bring your son to work again?
My son is...
Your son's playing on some sort of Tonka toy.
Yes, Tonka toy.
Okay, well, Lori, go ahead and just do the weather. Maybe the tornado in Oxnard had something to do with the birds going away. Now, Lori and weather.
I think so. Okay, we are headed toward an ice age earlier than we thought. We thought it would take 1,000 years, but it's only taken 40 years.
I thought you were singing the weather today. I thought you were going to sing the weather. Okay, go ahead.
Somewhere over the tornado, we just had an Oxnard 1 hour away from LA, and Hawaii is sinking to...
Oh, that was a weird ending. That was weird. I thought you were going to keep going. You just went 2, and you went up on 2 instead of 10-2. So I thought you were going to say something else, but that's okay. Thank you, Lori, for the weather.
My forte to sing.
Okay, go ahead and mute yourself so we don't have to hear your kid in the background. Okay, let's go over to Dave and sports. What's going on with sports, Dave?
Well, the Edmonton Oilers are losing again. They lost last night to the Chicago Blackhawks. Then, for tomorrow's night, they're going to play in Los Angeles, California against the Kings. So we're going to see who's going to come out on top then. Hopefully, one of them.
Thank you, Dave. Let's hope it's the Los Angeles Kings, because I'm down here in Los Angeles as we're doing Zoom television international today. James, is there any more updates on these birds? Has anybody seen any birds?
Yes. Speaking of which, we just happened to see a few birds flying over Canada during that game. Perhaps Dave, with his magical hands, can bring one of them down.
Dave, can you look outside and see if there's any birds?
I can hear, but I don't see any.
So Canada is stealing the United States birds. That's the new headline. Canada is stealing our birds, causing weather conditions like tornadoes in Oxnard and stealing our birds. And we think Canada has something to do with Hawaii sinking. We declare war on the Canadians. Dave, you better run for your life. This has been the 6 o'clock news at 7. Okay, very good, you guys. Oh, nice. That's a good little nose and kiss. I think you like that too much, James. I think you really kind of enjoyed doing that. So, we're going to put a sound effect, boing. So every time you do a boing, like a cartoon boing, yeah. It's time for bad auditions. Okay, and I'm going to call you in to bad auditions. It's a creamy age. It's a cream that you put on your face or any part of your body, and it will stop your aging. It doesn't reverse it, but it will stop it. So let's say you wanted to start taking Creamy Age. If you want to start taking it, say when you think your best years are 40, then that's when you start applying it so you never look older than 40. Because if you start applying it when you're like 13, you'll still grow taller, but you'll look like a 13-year-old face. You'll have no beard, nothing. So, you have to think, what age do you want to be? Okay, now I know you're all from different parts of the country here. I'm going to ask you to individually audition for me. So let's start with Lori. If, Lori, you could audition, can you first tell me, why do you have weather up there in sports? Can you please take that off? I don't know. Maybe you want to let me know you once were a weather person. Well, that's not going to help you get this commercial. You still have weather up there. Yeah, take it off. Take it.
Oh, wait a minute. I did take it off.
Do you need some sort of a person to actually come over there and help you? Okay. Of Lori. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So Lori, tell everybody your name and where you're from, and then I'll say action, and you're going to do the Creamy Age cream commercial. Okay. Can you state your name and where you're from?
Yes. My name is Latasha, and I'm from San Antonio, Texas.
Okay, then why do you put Lori up there? If your name's Latasha, why do you? Because then we're going to look back.
That's my middle name. Okay. Latasha Lori, my middle name.
Okay.
Because we all have 2 names in Texas, like Joe Beth, Lori Ann. I have Latasha Lori is my middle name.
Okay.
Betty
but,
Joe.
But I thought you just said you have two names. Now it's the middle name. We all have middle names. We don't say we have two names if we have a middle name.
I didn't say I was always truthful, but I'm just glad that Texas has put their foot down and not letting any immigrants in, because I don't like competing with all those gorgeous Hispanic immigrants for.
Okay, I don't know why we're talking about this. We're just going to do the commercial. I don't need to hear about your immigration status or feeling, or we don't want to get
They're
all.
too pretty for me. I want beautiful skin like they have, and I like they're out of the competition.
Okay, well, why don't you work that into your commercial? Okay, work, because I don't really want to. Work the. Migrants have beautiful skin and they use Creamy Age. Whatever you need to do. Okay, you ready? You gonna look at the camera?
Yes.
Okay, where are you looking?
Yes.
Yeah, look at the camera. Okay, ready? And action.
Hi. I don't want to go without a man. And my skin is aged at 65. I don't want to be all alone the rest of my life. I want to use this product and stop it until I turn 90. I'd rather just be 65 and not let all these beautiful Hispanic women and men take my looks away and take all my friends from me and my boyfriends.
Okay.
I don't want to have to compete.
Yeah, okay. It's like a 30-second commercial, okay? Anyway, why don't you, sort of selling it for you, 65 thinking 90, that doesn't make me want to buy the product, okay? If I'm waiting till I'm 65 to use it. Why don't you talk about, I wish this product was around when I was 29 or 38 and I could remain that beautiful age of myself. That's the whole idea of Creamy Age. You apply it at the age you want to be. Okay, so when's the age you want to stop? Did you want to stop at 65?
No, I think I'd like to stop at age 20 when y'all guys convinced me that they said, close your eyes. And then they gave me some creamy stuff to put on my face. And they said, that is the best moisturizer you're ever going to get. It's really good for your skin.
So now you're saying you want men to rub Creamy Age on your body and face. You're 20.
What's wrong with that?
Well, I don't know if that's going to work in terms, it sounds kind of more erotic. Now all of a sudden you went from a 65-year-old woman trying to not look 90 to a 20-year-old trying to seduce men to put cream on you. Okay, Lori, thanks a lot. I think we'll think about you. Okay, all right, okay.
Sorry about my accent.
What? I didn't even hear an accent. Oh my God. Okay, I don't know where we get these people. All right, let's see. Dave from Canada. Okay, Dave. So,
how you doing, eh?
Good. Okay, Dave. Are you planning to use a at the end of every sentence, just before we start, just so I kind of understand what I'm looking for here?
I don't know, eh? Sometimes it just comes out, eh? Okay.
Well, I suppose we could try and sell it to a Canadian marketplace. If they, I don't know, do people in Canada really use creams?
Oh, they use everything up here, eh? They use creams. They like the refreshments. They like everything, eh?
Okay, well, this isn't really a refreshment, but you understand what it does and how you don't have to talk about specifically about you. You can talk about other people reaching their peak age. You can then apply Creamy Age.
Oh, I see. So you can't eat it or drink it?
No.
Wouldn't that make you younger inside?
Did you read? No, you can't internalize. It's like saying, no. Okay, so are you ready? Where are you looking, by the way? Can you look at the camera instead of like looking at me, looking at you? Okay,
Is that better, eh? Does that, eh?
No, it's not really. Now you're looking above the camera, like you're not trying to make eye contact with the audience at home. Okay, all right. you know. Okay, you know, when you get that close, it's kind of Uncle Festery for me, you know, so I don't know if I want to be looking at Uncle Fester right now, okay? All right, now you're moving back and getting even scarier. Okay, look, okay, can you just like sit in one place? I don't even care if you look at the camera anymore. I just hope that you can coherent. What are you doing? What, are you exercising on camera? What is going on? Head exercise? Are you trying to scare me? Because it's not working, okay? All right, Dave. Okay. Creamy age, Dave. Whenever you're ready, just do your best. Try and make it around 30 seconds. Okay, action, Dave.
Creamy age cream. I use that when I was 38, but I don't use it on my private parts because I don't want to make it look younger there. But that's the way we like it up here, eh? So you just spread it all over your body from head to toe, eh? Except, like I said, your private parts. I like to put it all over. And apparently you can't eat it or drink it. So that's not a good idea, eh? So take it easy when you're using it. Don't overdo it, eh? Because you might want to get too young, and then people look at you kind of funny, eh? So take it easy on the cream. Enjoy it. It works well up here in Canada, eh? So I think you could use it down there too, eh? It's a wonderful
Okay,
product.
that's a different reference. You can use it down there too. We was that us in the U.S. or down to your Netherland, which you said maybe 2 or 3 times, and then you said if you use it too early, it'll make it too young. So what are you saying? Like an old weenie is better than a young weenie? I mean, you know, now people are thinking about their weenies. Okay, they're not thinking about their faces or keeping their age anymore. Now we're just thinking about how we can keep our weenies young. And, you know, so Lori, the first one, talks about, you know, getting it on with 20-year-olds. And now you're talking about waxing your weenie with creamy age. Oh, God.
Well, you don't want to do it too much, eh?
Well, I don't know what you want to do. I'm actually a little concerned now that you want to use my creamy age on your wickety wacky.
Well, you never know where you can use it, eh? Like you practice, don't you experiment now and then, eh?
Okay, so what you're saying, if you want to have the best results, you do the wickety wackety down there. You do the creamy age on that around 17. Okay?
Oh, yeah, stay young forever, eh?
Yeah, but then wipe your face when you're like, say, 40. So you'll have a 17-year-old Johnson with a 40-year-old face.
Yeah, but I wash your hands first before you put it on your face.
Okay,
if you've been touching your nether regions, eh?
Okay.
You don't want
Listen, it's been really great talking
with you. You never know what might end up.
Yeah, and if we do the porno version of this, I'm going to be calling you, okay?
All right, eh? We could do something different, eh? Lots of skin, eh?
Yeah. Okay. See you later, Dave.
Bye. Have fun.
Okay, James. I hate to ask where you're from. Where are you from?
I'm from the beautiful upstate New York, my friend.
Is it beautiful up there?
It's very beautiful, in my opinion.
Okay. All right. Did you read what we're doing today? The creamy age cream that you can stop your aging wherever you put it?
I've read your script, but if you don't mind, I'd like to make it sort of my own as an actor.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So whenever you're ready, go ahead.
All right. Well, I just turned 30, having a bit of a existential crisis about it. I don't want to look any older than I do right now. I want to stay this young forever. So that's why I'm using this creamy. Oh, just put it all on my face. Makes it perfect. This way I'll stay 30 looking forever. I'll never have to worry about aging for the rest of my life. And I think
okay, you know, what you're doing with your face is really annoying me. It's like it's not making it pretty. It's like, it doesn't look fun to put the cream on your face. You're kind of distorting your face and almost like making love to yourself. I mean, you know, you're like holding yourself and waxing yourself and just kind of enjoying. And, you know, existential, you know, that's just too big of a word for our audience. How many syllables is existential? Can you tell me that off the top of your head?
Well, it sounds about 4, but I think you should challenge your audience. I think they're smarter than you think they are.
Okay, then give me some 5 and 6 syllable words.
Superduriferous.
And what is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. Ask Mary Poppins. She said it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, why don't you work some of that in? Because people like Mary Poppins. So do the whole same thing, but maybe how you could put cream on Mary Poppins and keep her young so Mary Poppins will live with us forever at that age. Try and work that in. Let's see if you can do that.
Okay, I'll give that a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever felt so out of place? Put this cream upon your face. Rub it in. You'll look young, never again. Oh my goodness, I just want to stay this way forever. I just want to look this way, never grow old, never. I put it on my head and I put it in my eyes. That way everything I look will be young forever. So no surprise when I look 30 all my life, no surprise. Oh my goodness, I will look for young forever, never will I grow old, because I will stay this young forever together. How was that?
That was actually very good. I'm actually beginning to like that one. I'm thinking maybe Dylan Mulvaney might be better doing it, though. So, you know, because you kind of gave me the idea, you kind of did it kind of like her. So that's why I think I'm gonna reach out to her, and if she can't do it, then maybe I'll reach back out to you, okay?
Well, if you use her, make sure you give me credit for that song I just wrote on the spot for you. I need the money.
Well, you know, one of the people who works with us is the president of Harvard, and she taught me how to plagiarize. We call it word clarification or distinction. Duplication, that's it, word duplication. It's no longer plagiarism, it's word duplication. So we can word duplicate your song, and it won't be, all we're doing is duplicating. We're not actually copying.
Well, look who's using the big words now. I guess you've all grown up.
Well, thank you, James. Enjoy upstate New York. Don't come into town, okay?
Should never move.
Well, make that phone call. That was fantastic. That was bad auditions. Okay, come on all out here again, guys. Okay, perfectly bad, all of you. All right, so I'm going to give you an opening line. I'm going to leave, and then you're going to be doing this opening line. So what we have is a mother and father, Dave and Lori, taking their son on a holiday adventure. Okay, and the opening line is, "Those lights are spectacular. Take me away." And let's have Lori start with that opening line. "Those lights are spectacular. Take me away."
Those lights are spectacular. Take me away.
Yeah, simply. Sorry, son. What was that?
Dad, I think Mom is drinking a little too much eggnog again.
Yeah, the only lights I see are on the tree here. They the same as last year. Didn't change much.
I'm talking about the lights in the sky, the stars. You could see they're so vivid here where our cabin is up in the mountains here. And Lake Arrowhead.
Mom, I don't understand what you're talking about, because frankly, I didn't even want to come on this little trip.
Well, you used to like coming up here all the time. We go hunting and fishing, and just our little log cabin up here. It's beautiful.
I even brought your little toy giraffe so you wouldn't be lonely.
Really? The giraffe? Guys, I'm not 8 years old anymore. Why did I even play with that thing? That's not a toy. That's one of your collectibles, Mom.
You loved it. You played with it every day. You'd be so sad if you couldn't find it. If we accidentally put it away in the closet, you would be in tears.
Yeah, that's when I was like 8 or 9 years old, Dad. All right, I'm grown. I'm almost 16 years old. I think we can do a little bit better than cabin trips and toy giraffes.
Oh, my.
I don't know. It was pretty popular when Toys R Us was open. They called him Jeffrey.
Yeah, key word was, Mom, was open. was Jeffrey. No one cares about Toys R Us anymore.
Do you remember how he had trouble saying that all the time? Jeffrey the giraffe? He'd kind of stumble out. It was so cute to make us laugh.
Dad, can you please not embarrass me right now? There are people in the other cabin watching us.
But they can't hear us. We're too far away.
Oh, yes, we can. All right, that's the end of that scene. We could hear everything, everything. I'm so sorry. You know, he is not 8 anymore, but, and just, you act like the perfect teen, you know. I'm not 8 anymore. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be with you. I've had 3 teens now, and I got to tell you, you played the perfect teen. All right, so look at Lori shaking her head because she knows. We all know, but now what don't we know? We don't know about the next game, which is 185, which is a pun game. So, like if I said doctors, they'd have to do a pun, like 185 doctors walk into the bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve doctors here." The doctors say, "We just came in for a shot." So it's a pun on their expertise, their field, or it could be an object. And the first one I'm going to give you is nuts. Okay, so 185 nuts. Now, it could be any kind of nut you want. So it could be an almond, a cashew, a walnut, peanut, or just nuts. So that's up to you guys. There's so many macadamia nut, so many different kinds of nuts. So what nut's going to walk into the bar? Whoever wants to start.
185 nuts walk into a bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve nuts here." And the nuts say, "I guess we'll cashew on the flip side then."
Hey, well done. Well done. Okay, anybody else got one? Go ahead, Lori.
185 nuts walk into the bar, and the bartender says, "We don't serve nuts here." And the nuts say, "But you're nuts, and so are we."
Well, that's true for a lot of people. That would work in a lot of good bartenders. Dave?
185 nuts walk into the bar, and the bartender says, "We don't serve nuts." And the nut says, "What's in that bowl?"
Yeah, okay, well, I'll give you a new one unless anybody's got another one on nuts. Okay, go ahead. James?
185 peanuts walk into a bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve peanuts here." And the peanuts say, "Well, I thought all men serve peanuts here."
I thought that same one. "We don't serve peanuts here." And the peanuts say, "We're just looking for Charlie Brown." Okay, all right, so how about balls? There's different kinds of balls. There's basketballs, there's tennis balls, there's baseballs, there's football, soccer ball. So what kind of ball walked into the bar? 185 balls walk in the bar. And I'm sure Dave's already thinking about his privates. Okay, so Lori, go ahead.
185 soccer balls walk into the bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve soccer balls here." And the soccer balls say, "Why did you sock us in the balls?"
Wow, that's tough soccer moms. Wow, soccer's getting a lot more violent. Okay, who's up next? Anybody got one for balls? Okay, James?
185 basketballs walk into a bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve basketballs here." And the basketballs say, "That's foul."
Here, I got one here. 185 ping pong balls walk into the bar. Bartender says, "We don't serve ping pong balls here." The ping pong balls say, "We just want to be paddled." Okay. You got one, Dave?
185.
Let Dave go. Go ahead. He hasn't got a ball one yet. Go ahead,
185 footballs walk into the bar, and the bartender says, "We don't serve footballs in here." And the footballs say, "Are you trying to make a pass at me?"
I think we should end on that one. That's a good one. That's a good show. You guys did a great job tonight, just with 3 of you. Even though we had James come in late, we came in early enough to get into the first game. Lori left, but then she came back and we actually did her crisis hotline. So it worked out perfectly. So I'm Kent again. We had Dave.
Hello from Canada.
We have James.
Goodbye, everybody. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Great Santa, good feeling. Lori.
It's all Mac Studio Radiance. Thank you.
That's that creamy age stuff. Okay, so hey, this has been a great show. These guys are going to be off for 3 weeks, so we'll be back in 7 weeks. You guys will be back January the 11th, I believe it is, at 6 o'clock. I get some more new people coming in with this cast. So again, follow us after the first year. This is our last show this year online, but we'll be coming back next year with 6 to 7 shows a month. So follow us. We love you all. Thanks for watching. Wave goodbye to everybody. We'll see you in 7 weeks with this Thursday 6 p.m. cast. And John Darden will be back hosting as always.
Thank you. We love you, Kent.